Big Drew,
What's going on, brother Kill?
episode 4 of the Night Train.
Man, we here, man. We here, man. How's everything going with you, man? How you feeling?
I'm tired. I'm tired,
Man,
man.
you moving like a rock star out here, man. You fresh off a flight. You know what I'm saying? Had a rush in, man. You know, just like the big money guys do, man. You know what
No,
I'm saying? Fresh off a
nah,
flight, man. You know what I'm saying? Still smelling like Delta. You know what I
no, no,
mean?
oh,
But
no. United,
oh, United, shit.
United Airlines. Don't do that.
Fresh out the flight and that thing, man.
Hey,
You know, but
I'm trying to get sponsorship, and you over there talk about.
ruin it all before we get jumped off in that joint, man. Hey, man, but yeah, man, tell me about your weekend, man. How your weekend go? Valentine's Day this weekend just passed. You know what I'm saying? But tell me about your weekend, man. How it go?
Valentine's was nice, man. Went to this restaurant in St. Martinville, St. John. I think it's called St. John. Like Cajun food, you
Yeah,
know, catfish or chafalaya,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah.
Got the girls some gifts, some hearts, some candy, some baskets.
Gotta do that, man.
When was Valentine's Day? What day of the week? Was that Friday?
It was a Friday.
So yeah, so that was Friday.
Mhm.
Then the Mardi Gras ball,
Yeah,
you know.
I ain't make it, man. I ain't make the Mardi Gras ball, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and the wife had left for Valentine's Day, but tell me about the Mardi Gras ball, man. How it went down?
It was nice.
Yeah,
It's always nice. Like it's always a nice event. Everybody. That's like the one time everybody in Bow get dressed up. You know, people in Bow don't like getting dressed up.
yeah,
Fancy.
yeah,
You know, sports coat,
yeah.
tuxedos. I don't like doing that. That's a one time thing right there.
Hmm.
But it was nice. It smelled like the meal in that bit though.
Come on now.
Oh, it was stank.
Man, you knew you was in vogue. You knew you was in vogue in that thing.
But it wasn't the meal I was smelling. That's why I just leave it at that. It wasn't.
Hey, cause they told me the air went out or something like that. The AC went out or something like that. Man, it was hot in that joint. Hey, you know that high class material don't. You know what I'm saying? It don't sit well when people get to sweating and everything in that mud, man. It starts to let off all kind of aromas and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they in there in that polyester that look like silk. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Man, just take a bath. You know, we know we about to be drinking. We
Yeah,
know it's gonna be hot.
yeah,
You got a bunch of bodies in one area, you know. But hey, it was stank, Drew. It was
yeah,
stank. But it was not it was a good event. They always Crew Unity always put on a nice event, man.
yeah.
Every
That's
single
good.
time. I think that was my fourth year going. And
Yeah.
every year, I put some on my Instagram of my wins and losses over the last 3 years.
Hmm.
In 23, the Crown Apple defeated me. In 24, the Crown Apple defeated me.
Hmm.
I won this year. I won this year. I made it. My mom was like, Kevin, you don't have to do all that drinking. So when I walked in the house, she was so proud.
Hmm.
She was so proud. I made it to 2 after parties.
Yeah.
Normally,
Oh
I
yeah.
end up,
Yeah,
it was a
you can get
win.
it. What
And
was
in
your drink
20,
of choice this weekend?
Crown Apple. But
It was still Crown Apple, yeah.
thanks to your sister and your brother, I had mixed liquors.
Yeah.
So I saw your sister on the other side, and she's like, "You gonna take a shot?" I was just told not to drink anymore, but your sister offered a shot, and it wasn't a double. I don't even think
Yeah.
it was a triple.
Yeah.
But shout out to your sister though. And then Duke,
Oh yeah.
as you know, Duke gonna just pull shots.
Yeah, that's his swagger. Whenever a party come around, man, he like Santa Claus when it comes to the liquor, man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying. Everybody gonna have to get a gift. You know what I'm saying. When it comes to that in that mug, man. Any type of party event, you best believe Duke coming around with some big bottle or something. You know what I'm saying. It's gonna probably be Grey Goose or either something like that. But he gonna travel the floor and make sure everybody feeling good, man. That's his swag though, man. Shout out to my bro Duke and my sis D, man. You know what I'm saying? They gonna always hold it down. It's always a good time whenever they're around, man. Always, always.
Speaking of
But
Duke, what do you got next week?
yeah, man, Friday night, we're gonna be at Duke's, man, for one of the Mardi Gras kickoffs for for our community and everything, man. It's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be vendors out there, man. It's gonna be a good look, man. It really is. Weather should be good. Crawfish gonna be, flowing. You know what I'm saying? Turkey necks, whatever, eggs, whatever y'all like to eat, in that seafood boil, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be there and available, that Friday night, man. So definitely, man, good vibes, good food, good energy, man. It's gonna be a good look. It is, man. It's gonna be a great look. That's gonna be Friday night. I think he said it start. If I'm not mistaken, I gotta check with him and see. He'll probably clear it up, but I think he said it starts around 5, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe a little bit earlier. You know what I'm saying? But
I was worried. He had brought up the weather last week when I was talking to him because at first the weather for that Saturday wasn't looking too good, but we're gonna get Duke on tonight. That's the local weatherman right there.
absolutely, man. He gonna always have the info when it comes to the weather, man. Always, man. Um, did you hear that?
Yep, is that Cam? Who that is back there?
Nah, man. That's people leaving the restaurant next door. So we gonna probably have to edit that out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's them leaving the restaurant. They closing. It's 9:12, so they should be wrapping up.
Oh, straight. You just got that good old mic.
Yeah, that shit picking up everything. I'm leaning way back here, and that mother still mother catching everything. But
It
yeah,
was something else I was about to say about. Oh, it was just the weather. He was saying that the weather was gonna be looking bad on Saturday, but it shifted. But I was saying we're gonna have Duke on tonight, the local
yeah,
weatherman.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. People outside the bowl. We got that time and temperature. That number you call to check on the time and temperature. That
yeah,
1960s,
yeah.
call.
Absolutely. Yeah,
But
man.
that's our local on the 8th. If we got a storm coming, if we have any weather system,
Yeah.
Duke looking at models 2 weeks out.
Yo, he up at the 2 o'clock advisory, 4 o'clock advisory, whatever advisory coming up, man. He hitting the family group message like, yo, this what y'all need to look for, XYZ and his mother, man. So I don't even have to turn on the news in any type of way to keep up with everything, cause he gonna update us with everything. That dude he didn't start talking to meteorologists on first name basis right now. Yo, I was talking to Zach. You know what I'm saying? You know Zach Verdella, right? And I'm like, nah, fam, I don't know that dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to him and he said XYZ, you know what I'm saying? So he really liked it when it comes to the weather, man. That's what he should have went into.
I can see him at home, and Mo probably like, shut up. Like he probably standing in front of the TV. We got an upper
Yeah.
level low, a high pressure. We got a high pressure heading in, an Arctic blast.
Hey man, listen, bro. He on it though. He on it. But yeah, he'll be on here, to kind of drop some give us an outlook for this weekend and what to look forward to Mardi Gras week. You know what I'm saying? So, he'll be up here in a second. And then also to clear up the start times and stuff like that for Friday. So
And speaking of Mardi Gras, it wasn't really too much in the quote unquote news, but it was like rumors going around whether or not the parade was gonna happen.
yeah.
And I spoke to a source at the BPD. I spoke to somebody at BPD last week, and they were like, because I reached out to try to get the safety plan. I'm like, what's the plan like? And he was saying, well, right now it's on hold. I'm like, it's on hold.
Yeah.
And I didn't see anything. I'm not really on like social media like that, like scrolling, but I didn't see anything. And not too many people was worried about it. So that's what I'm
Right.
saying. I don't know if it was out there. And if it was something that was out there, I'm pretty sure group chats would have been lit up.
Would have been lit up about it tomorrow. Yeah. So
But
I,
go
I
ahead.
think for the most part, people really think it's rolling, man. Because I had somebody text me earlier, ask me if I was going. You know what I'm saying? So
They rolling. Like today, it was I don't know if it was. I got a text saying the judge ruled that the parade is gonna roll. The judge, what happened?
no
We had
updates.
I didn't hear anything about
Yeah.
why. I know there was some like I said, these rumors. I don't know, but they were saying something about the budget hadn't been passed and all this other stuff. But I saw a picture today. I don't know if they head of Mecca, but they looked like they was in a courthouse. And then I got somebody from the school board saying the parade is rolling. So
Hey
look,
man.
that was on a need to know basis.
Hey yo, one thing about them, bro, they gonna get it done, man. It ain't gonna be too much talking. It ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be too much. Listen, they gonna get it done, man. I wish our community would kind of take a, kind of take a note, a page out of that book when it comes to that, man. Ain't gonna be too much talking. Like they gonna get shit done, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it take, they gonna be active on it, man. Like they gonna get it done, and that's shoot. That's what it sounded like they did.
If that parade didn't happen, Drew, Drew, if that parade didn't happen,
Yeah,
whoever was the reason they was coming for their head, I don't know who it is. I
yeah.
don't know who it is, but I'd have been right there. I would have been right there with them.
Well, what I'm saying, like, I'm not going, I'm not, like and this is kind of like a quiet. It's not, it's the thing that's never been said, but like, bro, like, I noticed this about, I would say about 8 years ago, bro. Like I was, and you know me, man. I'm not a crowds person. We done had that conversation, man. But I would go, off the strength of like family and stuff like that to hang out. But man, I just watched too many times, like, our black kids holding their hands up, man, and like, hey, man, it's just certain floats that would pass by that would just stare them down. You know what I'm saying? And like, I've been in multiple different spots, and there are certain areas that's got a lot of people of a lighter complexion, like
Yeah.
they get rained down with throws. You know what I'm saying? And they get to those more black, you know what I'm saying, darker complexion areas, and it's like they ran out of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
You
I
hear
got,
about
I got.
that? You hear about that in a lot of cities.
Hmm.
A lot of crews, and I think it was Baton Rouge. They had a crew that was just look, if you a darker skinned person, just don't even go to that parade.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I'm gonna give you a different perspective though.
Okay.
All right, so I roll with the crew of knots. Shout out to the
Mhm.
crew of knots, right? And
Let me sit up. Let me sit up for this month, man, because
yeah,
I want to hear this alternative view. Go ahead.
no, so like for us being in the crew, these throws expensive.
Right.
Okay, these throws are expensive. Like
Right.
we
Right.
spend thousands of dollars on just the throws alone.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when you have like I put on Instagram today, there's a meme of like Michael Jackson looking down at people,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
and I was like, don't ask me for my big beads. Those
Yeah.
big beads come in like Drew. They come in a pack. They come in a pack of like maybe 6 to 8,
Hmm.
and they like $50.
Hmm.
So are you giving that big bead to your cousin or your sister, or are you gonna give that big bead to somebody you don't know? You can get this big box of little beads I bought for $20. I give you those. But I don't
Well, see,
think
that's kind of my point though. You know what I'm saying? Because that concept, I think everybody's gonna always, blood sticking in water in a lot of, sense that makes sense when it comes to that aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? As far as, of course, I can understand you being like, oh man, I want to hold the good stuff for the people I know, I fuck with, I'm close to. But bro, my argument is like, yo, they don't throw nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
that's
okay,
my
okay,
problem
okay,
is,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
like, yo, it's like, oh, when you get to us, you get busy. You over there, fixing the cloth on the float. Man, ain't nothing fucking wrong with that cloth on the
Now
float,
look,
man. Like,
look. No,
you know what I'm saying?
no, hold on. Hey, I ain't. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. I wear shades on the parade for a reason. Look. I may. I'm giving out a secret, but hey, look. I may or may not saw you. May or may
Hey, man,
not.
listen.
But look, I'm gonna give you. I'm not gonna look at you and not throw you anything. Like
Hmm.
my soft spot is like when I have like the little plush animals and I see the little kids and I see a little girl, I'm gonna throw a crown.
Hmm.
And like for me, of course, it's not color, but
Hmm.
like if I see like a little kid, if I got something right there, throw it. But a lot of times, let's say Drew, let's say I see you right,
Hmm.
and you like 50 yards away.
Hmm.
We on a float now. We have a big float,
Hmm.
but it's like 20 of us on there.
Hmm.
So we only got this little space to put $2,000.
Hmm.
So we got plush animals, we got the little bees, we got the big bees hanging up top, and I'm in between Megan Walker and Monique Walker. and they got some stuff. Okay, they got stuff. So I'm over here trying to find. So if I see Drew 50 yards away, let me find out the little thing I got for Drew. If I see a frat brother or a Zeta or something, and I got some blue and white beads, I gotta find it. So when I'm digging and I'm looking for stuff, then I may have seen you, but I'm trying to get this exclusive throw to Drew. Now we got a few floats in there. You just missed the crew of knots throws, but hopefully Megan or Monique threw you something.
Oh no, like I said, it's never with like I never have an issue when I'm man. Listen, man, I'm talking about the white floats, my guy. The white floats, bro. Like
Drew,
the white crews.
Drew, I didn't. We didn't have to go there.
Talking about the white floats,
we
bro.
knew who you were talking about.
And listen, bro. And this is my thing. It's not all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's really not like and I'll never be the type of person to speak in absolutes because it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Only Sith speaking absolutes for the nerds out there. But I'll never be the type of person to speak in absolutes to where it's like, or terms of like this is how all of them are. It's not. It's just I've seen over the years a large majority of them. And this is the thing. This is the only thing that I get upset with when it comes to white people is the white people that are cool or that are neutral, they know what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying? That's the thing that pissed me off is like, you be in these rooms with these people. So you know how they really talk behind closed doors. So, stop playing the middle ground and be like, hey man, I ain't gonna even hold you, Drew. Like, yeah, don't fuck with that person right there because they ain't really for you, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my only issue is that there's a lot of people that's involved in Mecca as far as the predominantly white floats that intentionally do this. So my point is it's never the fact that I'm upset about that. Like you only got one time to tell me that I'm not wanted. That's it. You only got one time, fam. That's it. So once you show me, especially when it comes to my kids, I just seen kids run up to floats, bro, and they literally, what I'm saying, looking at them like, we still back on the plantation, and they driving by, dropping off scraps. You know what I'm saying? And they'll just look at them like, nah, y'all, we'll wait. Y'all ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? So my whole point is you only got to show me that one time before I'm like, all right, bet. Ain't no ill will. You know what I'm saying? That's why I get so mad at the black community because I'm like, bro, we don't. If I was in a position of power like Mecca was, and like I hold predominance in a certain situation, right? To where, I kind of control the flow and everything and how everything is going. Like, if you want to come and be a part of my shit, you can. But at the end of the day, I don't blame the white population sometimes for getting frustrated with always having to try to be inclusive. You know what I'm saying? For everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, like, y'all, the sweat equity didn't go into creating this. And I know that's going to piss a lot of people off. They're going to be like, well, black people, we started this, that, and the third. That's not what I'm talking about. That's all true. I totally understand that point. But where we're at right now, you know what I'm saying, in life, the power and control in a lot of these situations lies in their hands because they have the the leadership roles and leadership positions. So what that come down to is that black people got to understand, bruh, let's stop going to beg for stuff, try to fight for stuff inside of they type, arena and environment. We have over enough affluent black people, especially, to create our own shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's my whole frustration thing is like, yo, it don't take a lot, man. Like, me and my brother was just talking about this, man, with the black businesses in Bugaloo, and I know this is opening up a whole nother can of worms. But the legitimate black businesses in Bogalusa, if we only got like at least 65% of the black support, or the black 65% of the spending power on a regular basis, man, the black businesses in Bogalusa, the legit ones now, you know what I'm saying, would be set for life.
Define legit, Drew.
Legit mean legit legit black businesses are the ones that can pass inspections of certain types. You know what I'm saying?
Licenses.
I'm not saying any of that because
That's
I
what it
got
sounds
like,
like you say.
hey man, listen, I got a lot of black homies trying to get it out of the mud right now. You know what I'm saying? Like hey, listen, we all got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my point. A lot of black businesses got to start from the mud, but I understand when it comes to support, we have to lift up the ones that's there already. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't mean smash the ones that's trying to grow and get it out of the mud. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like, but the ones that are already there, because that's how you open the doorway for the other black businesses that's trying to come behind them, you know what I'm saying, to move forward. And I like I said, it's a myriad of other problems that come along with it. I get that. But I'm saying the whole point, my whole point is when it comes to the Mecca parade, I'm not even mad at the white people. You know what I'm saying? My message is that I heard y'all loud and clear. You know what I'm saying? From the moment y'all started to ignore our little black babies in this mud, look, listen, man, you ain't got to tell me that but once. You know what I'm saying? Which is why you see me at this point to where it's like when Marie and my brother and them came out, like, yo, you know, Thursday we gonna do this, Friday we doing this, Saturday we ain't gonna even be over there. We gonna be over here on 4th Street. Like, I'm down for that 24/7. I come outside for that a million times over, because, bro, like I said, it's time for us to stop trying to, you know, kick down the door to everybody else's house and just build our own shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, build our own fucking house, bro. We got the money, we got the capital to do whatever it is to take. We just lacking the unity.
And you know what? Shout out to Miss Marie. Shout out to Kelvin May. Shout out to Duke.
Absolutely.
Because when you think about it, man, a lot of people don't go to the parade. It may be deep out there,
Yeah.
but Fourth Street gonna be deeper.
It's gonna be packed, man. It's gonna be packed.
So you know, I get what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, and hopefully we get to a point to where one day we don't even have to think like that. But since we still in that climate, I will say that when the parade is over with, we have a home now. We have a place to go.
Right.
And shout out to Marie. Shout out to the police department last year. Man, I felt very safe on 4th. 4th Street was deep.
Was deep, man. Yeah.
Man, it was so deep. And I know it's going to be even deeper now with the weather being nice. And one thing that I noticed, man, it was this big old light outside of Legends. Commit a crime if you want to. We all gonna see it. We all gonna see it. That
we all
light
took
was what? Hey, we snitching. We snitch. Cause let me tell you something. You're not ruining my Mardi Gras. We
Yeah,
are
that's my whole point.
snitching. We snitching.
Yeah,
I'm
man. 'Cause
telling.
like, it's not enough for that concept, because, like I said, man, you know, you ruin things for so many other you know what I'm saying, situations as well. And I understand, bro. Like, listen, there are certain situations that go on in the streets that I never speak on. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not living that life, man. You know what I'm saying? But I do stand 10 toes down that, man, that should be a time and a place. If you're gonna handle street shit, bro, you know, handle that in, you know, in y'all way, away from, you know, like the good things about our community that we trying to. It's always been street shit going on since the beginning of time, man. It's been street shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's not what I'm speaking on. What I'm speaking on is like, there used to be a time and a place, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a time and a place, and this situation, this coming weekend, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, is not the time nor the place. You know what I'm saying? It's not the time nor the place to handle what it is that you know that you gotta handle. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm looking forward to it though, bro. Nonetheless, but that's really my only reasoning for not participating in, you know, in the parade, because like I just genuinely feel like we not wanted as a people there. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine with me. Like, I ain't got no issue with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just wish our people would understand that concept.
Yeah. But I mean, at least now we can look forward to the black crews, you know, coming through now. And I recently just started going to Mardi Gras parades, and I think 21, 22. That was like my first parade.
Yeah.
And but like riding and, you know, seeing everybody, the community come out. I will say this though, since we kind of talking about race in Bogue, there is, if you take the parade aspect out of it, there is two times that come to mind when race is just like, you don't see any race issues. That's Mardi Gras, when everybody having a good time drunk together, or a football game, sports. That is like the one time where it's like, it's just, it doesn't exist. You don't see it.
Well, if you're not looking for it.
Maybe I'm just not looking for it.
Well, I mean, you know, like I said, you know, and this is my problem, which is why I notice microaggressions. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, really well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm constantly paying attention, and this is the reason why like I kind of stay away from large gatherings. My brother is so much better at this than me because he'll notice it and he'll be like, Drew, that ain't nothing to even be tripping off of. You know what I'm saying? Like you right, but they ain't nothing. I can't let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm paying attention to what's going on 3 sections down. And if I see some shady shit going on 3 sections down, that's gonna bother me and I'm gonna have to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? And it happens all the time. You know what I mean? Like, so my concept is like things can appear to be better, you know what I'm saying? But until we don't have a distraction for racism to not exist, then it's gonna always be a problem. If that makes sense what I'm saying. Because what you're saying is like, there has to be either alcohol involved, you know what I'm saying, or
Mm-hmm.
there has to be some type of distraction to stop people from being racist, then that that's a larger problem, within itself. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't have to
Yeah.
be some type of distraction for, racism not to happen. You know what I mean? And there's gonna be a lot of people screaming at the screen being like, "Oh, ain't that serious as you making it?" It's like, all right, you can call it what you want to call it. One thing I'm not gonna do is argue when it comes to that because I'm prideful in my own self, like in the things that I love and that I do. Like I'm not afraid to say I don't need you.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to white establishments or white things, or, whatever. It's like, yo, that's cool. I ain't got no problem with it. I find my own way. And that's my whole message is that we have to disconnect from trying to unify everything. And that's it's because it's usually a black people thing. Like black people are always the ones that's trying to bring peace. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? To whatever situation, find a time when everybody could just get along. It's like, nah, fuck that. Like we the only culture that be doing that. We gotta stop. Nobody else does that. Nobody.
I think to your point, I look at it where if people do something that could make me react to it, I just take a mental note
Hmm.
because I can't let anybody detour me or take me away from my family because I look at it as like emotions.
Hmm.
And I can't let somebody else's actions then make me do something. It's like in football where the referee always gonna catch the second person.
Right.
Right. The first person gonna get away with it, second person flag. You kicked out the game. I
Right.
can't let somebody else's actions do that. And to your point, I mean, now I think we have our own thing. We just
Hmm.
gotta keep it safe. We gotta keep it
Absolutely.
to the point to where we even want to go.
Absolutely.
Because look at it from like even with you don't like being around crowds, right? And if you see a situation where you got some, because now it's really the younger generation. We getting up there in age where it's not even us, it's the younger generation, and like you don't want to be around it. So we
Absolutely.
we gotta protect what we have.
Hmm.
When we go down Fourth Street or while we at the parade, if to your point you see how people acting,
Hmm.
and I'm just gonna say people.
Hmm.
If you see how people acting, just don't let anybody get you to the point to where you're gonna make a decision that's gonna ruin your life, your family's life. Because if Drew, you know how it is having your girls, your son. If your family lose you,
Yeah.
so
Well, see, I think that's my point I'm getting at because you reference football, and I'm trying to get you to understand is I got kicked out of the first 3 games and had to go to Baton Rouge to sit on the
but
for
that that
unsportsmanlike.
that 5-5 got kicked out.
Like the first 3 games, man, for unsportsmanlike conduct, because I was always the second person to get caught. And I not saying that I don't have to get better at that. You're exactly right. My brother tell me the same thing every single time, and that's something that I'm still working on. You know what I'm saying? But ignorance, and it's really not the racism, it's just the ignorance. It's the fact that you're acting off of something that you've been taught and never challenged yourself on. That's the thing that pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? And that's across the board, not just with racism, but just with ignorant Negroes, the same concept. It's like, bro, you never took the time to grow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's the shit that frustrates me to the point of where I lose control. That's my trigger. And that's the reason why, like, I dealt with that for so long by just staying away. And that's really the reason why,
You
you know,
think you think them you think never leaving Bogue and experiencing another culture is a reason for that?
absolutely exposure is half of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Bogalusa is still high school. The whole city of Bogalusa is literally just still high school. But I give you a prime example, bro. Like they have they have some people here that are so talented, but because they don't have the right last name, or because they don't have the prestige, or because they wasn't popular, you know what I'm saying, in high school, people are not gonna support it. You know, then they'll have those people that has less talent, but they can say like, "Hey, man, you know, I'm about to do this or jump out here and do this." Everybody and their mama gonna follow behind them because they got the right last name, bro. It's the same high school, you know, or either the right prestige or they've been popular since high school. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as a high school campus, just on a adult level. It's the same exact way. I know so many talented people that try to get shit popped off here in Bold and got shot down because you're not a cool kid. So like,
Mm.
why are you, you know, trying this and you're not a cool kid? It's certain things that, like, for instance, like you can have, and you know this to be true. You can have a kid be nice as a mug, work hard, whatever, try to throw a party and invite everybody in Bold to come. And if you ain't a certain person or a certain last name or a certain accepted person, nobody coming to a goddamn party, man. Not to that extent because it's still based off of, like I said, high school ideals.
Yeah.
Exposure is important because when you get out and realize Bogalusa is such a small speck on a larger scale when it comes to life, then it gives you a better understanding to start judging people based off of their character versus, you know, what everybody else, you know, if everybody else accept them or not. That
Mm.
shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It should be based off of what is this person's character. You know what I'm saying? What type of value can they bring to my life, to the people around me? But it's not based off of that. So yeah, exposure definitely, like getting outside of this little small town to see that, man, this ain't nothing compared to the world around you. Yeah, that would definitely elevate a lot of people's minds in that regard, at least.
My last thing I'm gonna say before we get Duke on to go over this weather, I'm not talking about, but before I say it, I'm not talking about anybody in particular. Okay,
Let me say that
but
too. Let me say that too, because people tend to take things personally. Like that's not knocking anybody that can throw a great party at all. Like that's not what I'm saying. What I'm simply saying is the follower mentality of Bogalusa. We gonna follow wherever the crowd is going. That's all I'm speaking on.
mm,
Like I'm not talking about anybody in particular or anything. Ain't nothing wrong with you being able to, you know, bring a lot of attention to yourself. If you just a popular person, you just a popular person.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is that the problem that we have in Bogue is we don't have the same energy unless the crowd is going that way. The herd
But you know,
mentality in high school. But go ahead though.
when you talking about parties, you know who could throw a party
Who's
and gonna
that?
bring out the crowd? Quez gonna bring out a crowd.
Oh man, listen though.
Stunner
Stunner Holiday.
Holiday.
Yeah, Stunner Holiday gets that's it. But see, Stunner Holiday is not even in this conversation. That's a different.
Hey,
That's
hey,
a
that's a
that's a
different
staple.
level. That's a
That's a
different.
staple of the
Hey,
Bogalusa community.
it's been times I may be in Houston, Dallas when Stunner Holiday is. Let me. But no, but what I was gonna say, let me
And
end it
then
right
hold
there.
on, then Stunner deserves that too. Stunner a solid dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? He
Hey,
deserves that that that
he,
that love and attention. Yeah.
and then but to end it, because we got to get Duke on.
Yeah.
Normally when you hear this, you hear it about females, but I want to say it about people in general. All right, you may be a 8 or a 9 in Bogue, but you a 4 in Houston. I'm just saying. All right, I'm just gonna. I'm not talking about females. I'm talking about in general. You may be a 9 in Bogue, but in Philly, you a solid 3.
And that's the same thing. It go the same thing for dudes, man. Cause like, bro, shit, as a man, you might think you have money here, bro, but trust me, fam, you ain't got it. You ain't got it. Like you mess around and hey, I remember going to college, man, and I got on campus, man, and I'm thinking, you know, everybody on the same level, and that is definitely not the case, bro. Like, man, when you when you get there and really meet them people that come from money, man, that was born and raised in it, man, that's really touching millions, man, it'll humble you quick.
Good conversation so far, Drew.
Yeah,
Good conversation, man. Episode 4 of the Night Train, man. Make sure y'all
yeah,
like,
baby.
comment, and subscribe, man. Stop texting me
Yeah,
and Drew talking about y'all like the podcast. Put it in the comment section right
yeah.
now.
Put it in the comments, man. Let's get some interaction going in this mug, man. Comment. I don't
Damn.
care what you comment, man.
All right, man. We want to welcome to the Night Train the infamous Mr. Duke Moses, owner of Duke Seafood, local weatherman in Bogue. What's up, Duke?
Man, come on, man. What's going on with y'all boys, man? I ain't no weatherman, bro.
Man. No, you're a weatherman. You're a weatherman, man. I told we don't need the local on the 8s. We don't need the time and temperature phone number. We just go to your Facebook page, man.
Uh,
Well, man, it's just a love of mine. It's something I do on the side, bro. Really, the reason, main thing is that weather affects my seafood, man. It affects my crawfish. So I got to stay up with it. Got to stay up with everything, man. So weather is everything when it come to nature, it come to seafood. So you got to stay up with it.
That's a businessman right there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Man, don't let that nigga blow smoke up your ass, man.
No,
That nigga be Wyatt talking to Zach Friedel and them, all them boys and that mud, bro. Like,
I bet Duke got that old school farmer's almanac.
that boy be like Nash. You remember how Nash used to be with that
That love,
goddamn,
hell yeah.
like Nash in the crib.
No, hey, real talk, man. We were talking about, you and I spoke at the ball. We were kind of worried about the weather, and we want to go ahead and give you the floor to tell us what's the weather outlook for Friday, Saturday, Franklin, Sunday, man. What we looking like?
Man, look, so this weekend, all right, it's gonna be cold. Like you got to be a damn good parade lover to go this weekend. I think tomorrow it's barely out, if it get out the 40s. It's gonna be a cold night tomorrow night for parades. Um, Saturday temperature is a little better. If you go during the day, or you got some parades to go through in the day on Saturday, it'll be all right. I mean, mid-50s. We might see a 60-degree around here somewhere, but I doubt it because of the cloud cover. But Sunday, bro, you might as well just go ahead and stay in your house, dude. Because Sunday, I mean, we might not get out the 40s again. We talking about rain. So, like I said, this a horrible weekend for parades. Well, I'm not gonna say that. If you hate the cold, this not your weekend. But we are gonna rebound. Next week is gonna be beautiful. Next weekend it's looking gorgeous. The kickoff at Duke's, I think we might get close to 70 degrees that day. And then parade day here in Bogalusa, it's gonna be lovely. We talking about mid-70s. No rain, beautiful sunshine. I mean, you can't ask for better parade weather. So it's gonna be one of those weekends, man. I mean, a constant state of drunkenness. We might as well get ready.
Hey, y'all know I've been working on my body.
You work on your body.
So, hey, when you said it's gonna be in the 70s, ain't gonna be no shirt on that float.
Cause 70s is not straight off weather, fam. That dude.
Hey,
Hold on.
man.
And look, all you ladies out there, because you got a lot of women that inbox and they be like, "Hey, I just bought this outfit," and they'll show me like, "Nah, it's not that type of, You might want. I'm telling you, you're gonna need jackets. Don't get me wrong, you're gonna need jackets like in the morning and at night. It's not one of them times where you just be without a shirt. You're gonna freeze your ass.
That crown,
we still talking about
man.
We still talking about 40s in the morning and then dropping to the 40s like sometime in the night. So. Yeah, I don't think you're going without a shirt. That's not a good idea. You still gonna need jacket. You're still jacket weather.
I'm gonna tell y'all boys right now. if it's gonna be 70 at 2:00, that crown gonna make it feel like it's 80.
Now, that's true. That's true. You're right.
All right. All right. Okay.
Right.
So
that goose,
goose
made it feel like, that goose will make it feel like add another 10, 15 degrees on. You're right. You're right about that.
Hey man, y'all boys a bunch of sinners, man. Drinking the fucking devil's nectar that way, man. Like, what's wrong with y'all,
hey, bro.
man? You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's what Mardi Gras is all about, bro. It's just a constant state of drunkenness all the time. That's all they do. Just go out to get drunk.
Speaking of liquor and Duke, why you always pouring shots in people's mouth?
Hey, yo.
Hey man, look. Hey, bro.
What that do for you? What make you feel so powerful to just pour some liquor down somebody's mouth?
So when I go out, I like for everybody to feel like me. Like, I don't want to be the only one drunk. So I share the love. I pour shots, man. That's what I do. I just, it's just a fun thing to do, man. It's just a way of showing love, way of going around, just showing how I feel. I want everybody to feel like me. So
you want people drunk enough.
It don't be too hard, bro. Like, people always say, "Oh, I'm running for Duke. I'm running." No, not really. You ain't that hard to find, bro. Come on, bro. They just take me that way. Like I go around just running, chasing people down, which I'm not like that. I promise.
I'm gonna say this. We were talking about the ball, and you was going around pouring shots, right?
Mhm.
And I'm not gonna say this lady's name. But she is a very you already know she is a very prominent figure in the school system. That's all I'm gonna say. And look, Drew, I said, I know Duke not pouring that shot down, miss. I said, I know Duke just didn't do that. This lady, this is a sweet lady. This lady about in her. I ain't even gonna say her age, but she older than my mama. That's all I'm gonna say. She older than my mama.
Hey man, listen. You remember I was speaking earlier about not all of them are like that. You remember I was speaking on that earlier.
Hey, bro.
You remember that?
I'm
We
gonna
having
say
that
this.
conversation.
I'm
She
gonna say
one of
this,
the
man.
ones that passed the vibe test, bro.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying, man. You got some people. It's a time and place for everything, bro. And you have some people who really feel like that. Like I'm one of them people. It's a time and place for
Yeah.
everything. During that time, the Mardi Gras ball, bro, it was time to get drunk. I had time to have a good time. Nobody ain't care, dog. Nobody ain't care. You see, did everybody care? Everybody just thought it was normal. I was going around pouring shots. She opened her mouth, I pulled it in her mouth. I said, y'all didn't know what you want me to do. God,
You did, huh? That's what you did. That's what you did, huh? She opened her mouth and you gave it to her. Well, damn, Duke.
Dog, bro. Man, this dude here, man. Bro, Kim said,
Damn.
Drew, you grabbed me. He was like,
I said, what the? Duke, you know you just gave a shot to?
Hey man, equal
Man,
opportunity shot. Duke an equal
hey,
opportunity
bro.
shot giver, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I am, dog. Everybody get it, man. Hey, bro, if you want a shot, look, I don't judge. I don't care what's going on, bro. Hey, you want a shot, let's get it. Hey, I'm doing it.
I said on the first episode of how Mardi Gras is like everybody, let their hat down. Let me tell you what somebody said on TikTok, Drew. When I said Mardi Gras is a time where everybody can let their hat down, somebody gonna say in the comments, how that nigga talking about letting his hat down? Very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. Very. But
Hey man.
like I said, this lady is very prominent, and Duke, for him to, man, I don't even have words for that no more, man.
Let me say this, man. That's why I be telling people. Let me tell you something about me. That's why I always tell everybody, and this is my motto when it comes to life: leave people the fuck alone, man. When people go out there, people stop. We got to stop judging everybody just because of what they do, their job title, this, that, and the other. If people go out and want to have a good time, people want to go out and have a good time. Just because you may feel like, well, this person is this, or that person that she should be doing this, or he should be doing. Why? Who the fuck are you to judge what a person should and should not be doing? I'm taking shots, so I feel like if I'm taking shots, I see no reason why that person should be taking shots. If I'm doing it,
Well,
so why can I judge her or judge him for doing something that I'm doing? That's all I'm saying.
I know one thing. Her husband had a good time that night after you poured that shot down her throat.
Well, hey, look, he can thank me then. Like, a lot of husbands probably thank me that night because it was just going around, bro. I had a bottle. I do it every year, man. I buy extra alcohol. I go around. We take shots. It's Mardi
So
Gras, bro.
what I'm hearing is you was pouring liquor down multiple wives. Nothing.
Man, this dude here, bro. Man, dog. See what I'm talking about, man?
See,
See,
all
I
right,
feel like
so
we doing this other shit on here. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all done set me up in this trap. Bonnie's
no,
dog. It ain't like
Hey,
that,
no.
dog. Hey, it
hey,
wasn't like that.
Kev.
Hey,
Hey, they said Duke was running around there.
was.
Hey, they said Duke was running around there like Bill Cosby with Jello pudding, nigga. They said Duke was running down there like Bill Cosby with Jello pudding, bro.
Oh man.
Man, dog. This is nah, bro. It's not like that, man. It's not like that. It ain't like that, man. We just have a good time. Dude gonna have a good time no matter where you go. That's just the way that I am, man. I like
Yeah,
my energy. I like for everybody to have my energy, bro. And every year the Mardi
yeah.
Gras ball is like that, man. It's just a time and place to where, and all the people who do bad shit be like, oh, it's boring. We so glad y'all think it's boring. We do. We are so glad y'all think it's boring. We so glad y'all think it ain't all that this that y'all just stay right where y'all at because I'm telling y'all it's one of the best balls in Louisiana to me. And I've been to a lot of them, you know. So just pound for pound, I know we got a lot of balls that have a lot more money, it's a lot more glamorous, but pound for pound, the Mardi Gras ball here in Bogalusa is probably one of the best balls in Louisiana doing Mardi Gras. And we have Zulu people telling us that. So it is what it is.
Hey, I told Duke, I'm not Duke. I told Drew, it was nice. I got one question for you though, because you was there Saturday. Did you smell any coochie while you was while you was while, did you?
It was hot in there,
No,
man.
your expression.
It was hot in there, bro.
No.
It was hot.
Hey,
It was
man.
hot.
Hey,
It was hot.
every
I ain't gonna lie.
every year.
It was rough. It was rough. But like I say, it was rough. It was. Because I was like, God damn, man. It can't be every corner.
Hey, I know one thing. They was
to
they
chalk it up.
they gonna put that meal out of business.
Hey, bro, it was hot in there, dog. They ain't make no sense how hot it was. And that's why, like, I'm a type person to everybody know. Like when I come, bro, you just can't. And I guess if it wasn't so hot, it wouldn't been like that. But that's why you always take 2, 3, 4, 5 showers before you put on any type of nice clothes. You never know what situation you're gonna end up in. Nobody knew it was gonna be that hot up in there like that, man. I mean, it caught us all off guard. I mean, I was sweating a ton.
They probably cut that shit off on purpose on y'all niggas.
It don't. If you gotta take 4 or 5 showers, you don't need to go nowhere. You late.
I'm just saying, Kel. It was hot.
I know what you're saying, dude.
It was hot, bro. It was hot.
Yeah.
It's just like, and I always look at everything, the glass half full, man. It's just like you go to the gym. You know what I mean? You go to the gym, you might smell fresh when you come in there, but when you leave, you're gonna be. I mean, really, people dancing that hard all night long in that heat. Yeah, you're gonna smell sweaty. I mean, but some stuff was like overboard though. Some was a little bit too much, but it is what it is, man. We had a good time.
Well,
Hey,
maybe
man,
we do better next year.
y'all motherfuckers ignored me. Y'all motherfuckers ignored me when I said it the first time. Them motherfuckers cut the fucking heat off on y'all. I mean, the air off on y'all. They don't want y'all in their shit.
Yeah, I think that might have been the case, Drew. Yeah, I do. Like, they was sitting there
They don't
standing with
want
the
y'all
doors
in y'all
open, looking
shit.
at all like, y'all motherfuckers, y'all open the doors, what a damn air at? Y'all turn the air off for this motherfucker. I know they did. Hey, they did it to
They don't
us.
want y'all in
They
their shit.
did do it to us for the homecoming prom. We had all that air on. We came back. One of them AC units was off, and it was hot in there then.
But Kev love everybody.
Hey man, I have to, man. I have to have this outlook, and that's for my peace, man. That's for my peace.
Yeah.
Because I used to have a lot of anger inside me. I used to, but I have to look at life this way. I have to be optimistic because I can't let people. I will say this: when it comes to how people act and they blow other people's shit out of proportion, it's because they got their own problems at home. They trying to overshadow. So you know what? I can't let people get to me, man. Can't do it.
Hey man, fuck them, bro.
But
Man, like they motherfuckers.
see, and this is what I mean. This is what I mean by I try to be the filter one. I am the filter one. And Drew just be sitting back just waiting because he don't give a fuck. He don't. He really don't.
Hey man, listen, bro. At the end of the day, man, like listen, sooner or later we gonna have to just accept the fact, man, we not fucking wanted in these spaces, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Damn all the unity shit, man. Damn all the like, man, we gotta find a happy medium, common ground. Man, bro, fuck them, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's, like I said, it's not all of them. It's just the ones that's pretty much in control of the majority of the shit. They don't want us there. You know what I'm saying? So like, all of this shit is not coincidental, man. You know what I'm saying? It's an issue every time the majority we choose a larger black population use their facilities. It's always some type of issue. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So like, nah, fuck them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, nah, I'm not gonna knock anybody that go. That's on y'all. But at the end of the day, like, I just, I just wish we would grow to understand that concept, man. I mean, hell, you wouldn't go to nobody's house that you don't feel invited in.
Let the people know what y'all got going on Friday.
Yeah, man. So at Duke's Friday, we do it every year. The Mardi Gras weekend kickoff at Duke's start at 2 o'clock. We got a lot of vendors that'll be out there selling food. DJ coming at 7. We're gonna have music playing. Just like kickback, hang out. The night party start at 7. No kids after 7. That's when the real party starts. But during the day, it's kind of like a family gathering, kind of like a chill back. Early Mardi Gras kickoff, man. Y'all come out and get some food, man. We got some good vendors out there. I had a crawfish going. Come get you some crawfish. Some of the best crawfish on the North Shore, South Shore, in the west part of Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi. Yeah, man. And then on Saturday, it's a parade day on Saturday, and out there on 4th Street, our legends, which our legends also working with me out there at Duke's on that Friday. So on that Saturday, after the parade, the party will be on 4th Street. So y'all come on out there, family atmosphere. Kids allowed. I think she even got something for the kids under the patio. So yeah, man, we doing it big with Mardi Gras. I like to make it more of a family atmosphere. Everybody have a good time and everybody be safe. Leave the bullshit at home, man. Leave the bullshit at home. This is not the place for it. Friday, Saturday, on the parade route, everywhere, man. Leave it alone. We got too many good things going on, man. Everybody just out there trying to have a good time. So, like I said, just to reiterate again, man. The next weekend is looking picture perfect, bro. So far, so good. I keep everybody updated if anything changed. This weekend, bro, you got to really love Mardi Gras to be out there this weekend because it's gonna be pretty chilly. Sunday, like I say, man, it's gonna be cold with rain. So, happy Mardi Gras to everybody, man. I appreciate you fellas for inviting me on. It was a good time, man. And y'all continue doing y'all thing.
Appreciate your brick, bro.
Appreciate you, Duke. Just to reiterate, it's gonna be cold this weekend. We got some good weather, sunny weather coming next weekend for Bogue's festivities. Make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, watch us here on YouTube. You can listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. But once again, Duke, thank you for coming on and sharing the weather outlook for us for the next
Yes,
two
sir.
weekends, man.
All right,
I
man.
know one of the things I wrote down, one of the topics. You ever got cheated on, Drew?
Yeah. Yeah, that man but the time where the two times that I know of, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
Like
the ones
that
you know
very
about.
first, that very first one is always traumatizing, you know what I'm saying? Because that was the very first time I thought I was in love, man, and she was, hey man, the homie was going by the crib on a regular basis, you know what I'm
Not the
saying?
homie.
The homie, man, at that age though, we talking, you know, we could have been no older than maybe 12. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around that, you know what I mean? So it's like that first heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? The homie going, man. Then, hey, the funny thing is, like, man, the whole time we still going to meet up on Saturdays play football, like with the homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we out there playing tackle football. We out there playing tackle football. I'm still forming niggas. I'm running them over. I'm talking shit, man. The whole time, man, nigga, like, all right, yeah, you just ran me over, but I just ran, I just ran your
I was
girl
just
over.
about to say that you may have stiff armed him, but he's stiff.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
How you
definitely,
how
man.
you find out?
Huh?
How you find out?
Hey, the funny thing, the way I found out was her cousin who doesn't live here. You know what I'm saying? Was visiting, in town, and we was at Revival actually when she told me in that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because her cousin, like a cousin actually liked me the whole time, and I ain't even know. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm thinking we just cool or whatever. And she was like, "Yo, man, you know what's going on, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you talking about hurt? I ain't even pay attention. I couldn't hear nothing else. You know how your ears start ringing like that when they get quiet, all sound fade out, everything is low, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that was traumatizing, man. That was the first one. Um,
Could you eat? You was sick to your stomach?
Nah, man. Listen, man. I'm 12, man. By the time I got in the car and went home, that shit was over.
All right, so okay. All right, what about your adult life? Maybe 19, 20.
Yeah. Shit. I remember going to college. The girl I was talking to on my way to college, she didn't live. She didn't live here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? She did. She ain't live here. So, I was naive, man. You grew up as a church kid, you be naive as hell, man, when it comes to,
Just
relationships.
green.
Yeah, just green, man, and she was well seasoned, my guy, like like
Mm.
well seasoned. And man, she lived in well, I ain't gonna call it 'cause you don't know what I'm talking about, but let's just say she lived in a state adjacent to Louisiana,
well,
right?
well, well, she knows she know who you're talking
You feel me?
about.
She lived in the state adjacent to Louisiana. I'm gonna just say that, you know what I'm saying? And man, I'm talking about I talked to her for a good little minute, man, and man, come to find out the motherfucker had a whole relationship living with the nigga. A whole relationship for the whole
Mm.
2 years we were talking. Like she was literally living with this nigga, man. I'm coming home from class every day, man, texting and the whole nine.
She was
And
older.
nah, she was my age, probably a year younger. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I found out her homie told me what was going on in that mug because she was like, yo, she was like, it's to the point now where I can't even stand to hear your voice on speakerphone because, yo, she at the house with him talking to you on, on speakerphone. She was like, I just couldn't, you a decent dude. I couldn't stand to hear that no more. So, yo, man, that shit was, now that one was pretty bad though. I ain't gonna even cap. Like I skipped a couple
That,
classes after. Yeah,
damn,
yeah.
about to drop out of school.
Absolutely, man. Like that knocked me off my pivot a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, 'cause, man, you gotta
Damn.
think 2 years, man, and you think like, hey, everything's solid for 2 years. The crazy thing I was trying to figure out though is like you got so much time to talk. Like we would like, bruh, it was like a regular relationship, man. Like, like literally, we would talk, text all day, like talk all night, cause minutes was free. Well, you probably know about that, but minutes
Oh,
used
I
to be
know
free.
about
Oh,
free
I
nights and
say less.
weekends, man. Man,
Yeah, minutes used
y'all
to be
had
free
y'all
on
had singular.
that singular wireless, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we at the 7 o'clock hit. Well, first it was at the 9, but when they bumped it up to 7, man, we used to run it all night. So I'm like, how the hell she had a whole relationship going that month? Then she told me herself, down the line, she was like, yeah, she was like that. I was just young, not in the right headspace, whatever. All the bullshit, they used to say down the line, but she's still cool people though. That my dog. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't work out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit fucked with me for a minute, man. But yeah,
Man,
man. So
I was I think I was a sophomore in college, and I'm tired, Drew. I think I just drove in from Bold. That's 2 hour, 2.5 hour drive. So normally I'm up all night. Normally I'm going to sleep by 2, 3 o'clock. This night it's like 10 o'clock, and I'm going to sleep. And I text her, and she didn't text back. But I'm so tired. I'm about to go lay down. And I woke up at like 10:30, and I said something ain't right. So she lived in a apartment complex, probably about 10 minutes from me.
mm,
So I just drive over there, and when I get there, I knock, and it was like nobody came to the door. And you know me, I'm thinking, I'm like, she ain't got no car, and not too many of her friends got a whip. I mean, you ain't sleeping that hard.
yeah.
So I start thinking, Drew.
Mm,
So I go to the spot, the parking spot that I normally park in,
mm.
and it was a car there. But it's like okay, but it was the apartment complex. The apartment complex was like it was fairly new, so it was plenty of spots,
Yeah, that you can park in.
But
Yeah,
they parked in this one.
in your spot in this mud, man, both ways. They
So I'm
parked in both
like,
your spots.
yeah, literally, yes, yes. And so I'm sitting there, and Drew, I'm there for like 15, 20 minutes until that dawned on me.
Yeah,
So I'm knocking, you know, she has a roommate wasn't there, but something's still not sitting well with me. So Drew, let me tell you what I did. I noticed the car didn't have a parking tag to be parked at the car.
you ain't calling people on it. You ain't calling people on this dude, man.
Drew, man, I went and found the sign talking about towing. I called the number, Drew.
Hey, first of all, I'm laughing because I can imagine your voice trembling on the phone, like talking.
No. At this point, I don't know. At
Yeah.
this point, I don't know. You know, I give people the benefit of the doubt, Drew. I don't know.
So hold up,
So
time out. You was gonna get a random person told just to find out if
somebody was gonna catch a stray. Somebody was gonna catch a stray. So look, I call. I'm like, hey, I'm the courtesy officer at such and such. And they was like, okay, we'll have somebody. They're on their way.
Yeah.
When that diesel truck hit that corner,
Yeah.
but that doorknob start trembling. I said, well, somebody's home. As soon as the door opened, bro, I stuck my fat wrist through the door. And they tried to hurry up and close it. And I was like, nah. So, Drew, I'm talking door slammed on my wrist. But you know what? We ain't budging.
You ain't feeling none of that shit at that point.
Didn't feel nothing. And when I walk in, the dude had a butter knife. And I'm like, I said, dude, I'm not even here for you, man.
Yeah.
I'm not even here for you.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and I don't even know if the car got towed, to be honest with you. But
I would say, fam, you should be worried about your car outside, my dog. Like, that's what you should be focused on.
And then I go in the apartment. Oh, Kev, we ain't do nothing. But look under the pillowcase. Open rubber. Yeah. Oh.
Hey, hold up, bro. Did you go straight to the pillowcase though? That's wild if you went straight to like the hiding places in that mud, man. Or did you start turning shit over?
No, I went to. No, I think I maybe lifted up the sheet, then I lifted up the pillowcase, and it was right there. And so after that happened, the next day, that's back when I worked at Radio Shack. And then brother called, because I ain't know the dude. But his brother called me and was like, hey, what's up, Kev? And I was like, what's up? And, you know, we talk all the time. I need a cell phone or whatever. I'm thinking he's just calling about the store. And he was like, hey, man, that was my brother last night, man. He a good dude. He didn't know. He didn't know. He didn't know. So what happened, man? The dude was like, I don't know how him and I started talking. I think I had class, and he saw me. He was like, man, I really didn't know, or whatever. And we kind of, I ain't gonna say we set her up, but he claimed he didn't know, and he's like, I'm gonna prove to you I ain't know. So he hit her up, and the next night we both showed up to her place together, and she thought he was coming to smoke.
Yeah. So
when she opened the door, she was like, she didn't even look at him, Drew. She ain't take nothing out on him. She looked at me and was like, really, Kev? This wasn't even my idea.
Hey, man. Hey, love will take you to some dark places, though, bro. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like that heartbreak shit really take you to some dark places, man. Like, and that's why I said I never really, my ex before, like, it wasn't no infidelity situation. It was just a bad breakup, which I was wilding. I ain't gonna lie in that relationship. I ain't gonna say wilding, but you know how you get infatuated with somebody to the point to where, you know what I'm saying, like you just be outside your character. You know what I'm saying, just throughout the relationship, and that's how I was kind of like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to her. Like I remember when we broke up though, bro. I just got in the car and started driving. My dog, I drove like, bro. I left while working at AutoZone. I left work, bro, and just got in the car and bro, gas light on. Like I'm like, yo, if I run out of gas, I run out of gas, which was crazy because like I ain't even know, bro. Like I'm
spazzing out. Man,
I swear, bro. I started driving, bro. I drove straight, man. I drove through Hammond towards Baton Rouge, and I got to the bridge. You know how you get to the bridge before you cross over on the other side? And that
Mm-hmm.
mud, man, and I was like, bro, ain't no stopping point if I get over here, you know what I'm saying? And without gas, I'm just out here in this mud, man. Bro, I'm telling you, I drove around till I ain't come back to the house till like 3, 4 that morning in that mud, man. Like that, man. Like I tell you, man. Like dudes, men, women don't really know that, man. Our shit, which I ain't gonna lie, these newer dudes these days, they act out like crazy. But like the old school mentality, dude, we do it. It just being silent. Like we have our breakdown, freak out moments. It just be, nobody know. When people saw me, they be like, "Oh, this dude probably just, out for a drive." Like, nah, fam, I'm zoned out in that mud. No music, kill, no music. Wasn't no music playing, bro. Pure silence, man.
Hey, I no. When you say you took the drive, I did that one time. It was I think like in this relationship, I was not like I was a freshman. We were not like I wasn't the best partner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I knew she was talking to somebody. Now this is a different situation, but I knew she was talking to somebody. And man, I don't know how I got in her email. I don't know how I got in her email. Drew, all I remember is she sent a dude she she sent a dude a picture of her titties. I said, "Oh no, man!" I drove the bowl. Boy, I was on that Atchafalaya Basin going 90. I was rolling. Man, I missed class for like 2 days. 2 days, bro. I was like, I don't need to be here right now. I was young, 18.
Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, take it to some dark places. Ego at that time, my guy, like ego at that time, man, I feel like it really changes your brain chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Like with ego, because you will really mess up like a dope situation, you know what I'm saying, based solely off your ego. It was like that in college, man. It was this girl I was cool with, my homegirl Lakaya. Shout out to Lakaya, man. I ain't seen Lakaya in a while. But man, she ain't even do nothing. We was tight as a mother. She used to stay, down the street from me from my apartment. She was in an apartment down the street. Fam. Like I promise you, man, like I was the whole phone thing. That's why I don't like mess with phones and nothing like that to this day in this mud, man. Going through phone, bro. I swear to God, no homo before I say this shit, bro. No, no, no homo before I say this shit, man.
Oh,
Like
I already know
I'm
you
just
about to
say,
go.
I'm gonna preface this statement by no homo when I say this shit, bro. Like, bro, I ain't know if that was a man or an actual horse, my guy. Like, like that shit in the phone. Like, I promise you, no homo, bro. Like, that shit was such a shot to my ego, fam. Like, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing with this in your phone, man? Like, like, what are
It was
you
it
doing?
was somebody she was messing with.
Man, bro, I don't know if he was a friend. We wasn't in a relationship. Bro, we was just tight, and like she had every right to have it in her phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, man, I ain't even talked to her no more after that. I'm like, bro, I don't even like. I was pissed, like, and she was like, she was like, bro, you a bitch, man. She told me that straight up. She was like,
Damn.
man, because I was acting like a bitch after that, for real. Like, I ain't want to talk to her. I'm like, man, I'm talking my arms folded, some childish shit, arms
That's what
folded.
that's what that's what Kevin Hart said. You got a dick in your phone. It's a dick in your phone.
Like, dog, I'm like, bro, man, I ain't, but it was really awesome ego shit. Like, she said, she was like, man, she was like, that dude been after me, for the longest. She was like, I wouldn't be chilling with you if I ain't wanna, but I really did. Like, I was really on some ego shit. And I feel like it's like that with a lot of men, bro. Like, we let our egos mess up a lot of good situations, you know what I'm saying, in life, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I said, we wasn't even exclusive. We were just cool. But
Yeah.
I stopped talking to that girl off the strength, man.
And you got your phone full of cat. Your phone, your phone full of cat
Hey,
because she got a
man.
dick in the phone. You can't be friends with her no more.
Hey, listen, man. Like I said, bro. You know what I'm saying. And like I said, man, it's an ego thing, bro. You know what I'm saying. It's an ego thing, man. And that's something that I think I work real hard to kind of get under control. You know what I'm saying. Later in my life now, it's like, man, I just don't have the energy anymore. You know what I'm saying, to be stressed about you know anything of that nature. What I mean. I tell Rosa mess with me about this all the time, but I'm the easiest man. If Rosa wanted to ever cheat on me, if they wanted to ever cheat, like fam, I probably wouldn't know for 30 years. Like we'll be together solid because I don't check phones. Like I don't know where she be at. Like as long as you safe, you know what I'm saying, I'm good. Like I might check in on you, be like, babe, you good? I ain't seen you, I ain't heard from you. Oh yeah, I'm shopping, I'm here, I'm this. All right, bet. That's it. That's the farthest it's gonna go. I'm not
I done
checking.
learned my lesson by going through phones, bro.
Yeah.
I just say that. I done learned my lesson. I at one point, man, you would thought I would have worked for the CIA. I can hack into anything. I can hack into anything. Email accounts, anything.
Yeah.
If I need to get in there, but nah, it ain't worth it, man. But like when you was talking about like the whole ego thing, when the first chick, the dude she was talking to, he about 6'3".
You already mad at that point. You want to fight at that point.
He 6'3", dreads. I'm over here thinning at the time. Why you want somebody with dreads? You want somebody with some locks?
Yeah.
Cause but as a dude, we don't even know things, but we just gonna piece some stuff together.
Yeah. Yeah.
We gonna react off of what we piece together
Yeah. We gonna create that scenario. You know what I'm saying? When we in that
and
when we in
believe
that
it
rage,
and believe
I
it.
believe it. Hey, I told you when we in that rage, that moment of rage, bro, that moment of like that, man, when the ego out of control, bro, you'll create some wild ass scenarios in your head, bro. Like, and then too, we have a problem with visualizing shit. We'll start visualizing shit that didn't even happen. You know what I'm
Didn't
saying? Like
and
you
will
just like
believe it
and believing in that mud, man. You
and
know what I'm saying?
be mad about something we don't even know happened.
Yeah, like just like you said, hey, so he's 6'3", so you hanging from his neck and shit, fam. That's what you trying to do. You running your hair, you running your hands through his locks, then you just creating shit in your head that she ain't even did none of the shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, it's ego, man, ego, bro. Like that's something. Like I said, I feel like that's a sign of maturity in any man. Is whenever they get a tap and control on that ego, bro. Your woman's still an individual at the end of the day.
Still human.
Just 'cause she's still human, man. Just because she met you and chose to be with you, man, don't mean she don't find other men attractive. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
look,
That ain't changed.
the same way you looking at ass in any
Absolutely,
type of pants, she looking
absolutely.
at Prince in some sweatpants. My,
And
my
some
niggas,
sweat,
you just gotta.
man.
She human.
Yeah, she
She
human,
human.
man. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Yep. And it's an ego. Like I said, man, once you kill that, bro, you can really reach a point in love where you can have a very peaceful relationship, man. You know what I'm saying? I strive really hard for Rosa to be able to talk to me as if she would be talking to her closest friends. Cause I noticed that a lot when it comes to a lot of women, like how they and it's like that with men, but how couples communicate with each other is completely different with how they communicate with they best friends. And I feel like, man, like I can't spend the rest of my life with you and have to edit anything of who I am. If that's the case, then like I'm sorry, we could be close friends till we
Because that's
till
not
we
really
die.
you.
But that's not you got to be able to handle 100% of who I am. But in order for me to expect that out of her to be able to handle me, I got to be able to handle her for 100% of who she is. You know what I'm saying? So nah, you're exactly right, man. Like she women are human just like men. And you will find that they tend to love you more and respect you more. The more you allow them to be themselves around you as well. You know what I'm saying? So nah, man. Like I said, it's getting control of that ego, man. That shit goes a long way. Not only in a relationship life, but also in business and in your business endeavors in your work life. Like being able to control your ego at work as a black man is highly important, man, because you're gonna be judged by a different metric. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the way that it is. Like you can deny that all you want, but you're judged by a different metric as a black man in a professional space. So your reaction to things is going to be viewed differently than other nationalities' reactions to things. You're going to always be looked at as much more of a threat, much more violent. Being in
They're
control of
scared of
that
you
ego,
already.
yeah, it's already that stereotype that's placed upon us about what we can do and what we will do in those type of situations. So um, that controlling that ego takes you a long way.
Facts, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I can say about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, fellas, your female is human.
Yeah.
She's human, and just accept that.
Yeah.
And don't go through any phones. That's my rule, man. Like now, I look at it. If I don't know, I'm not about to paint a picture in my head.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna add unnecessary stress. If you tell me this is how it is,
Right.
I can only go off of that.
Off of that.
That's just
it. That's it. And like I said, it's more peaceful for you too, man. It's good for your blood pressure. It's good for hers. You know what I'm saying? Just allow one another to be one another, man, and love each other for who y'all are. You know,
Yeah.
and move on. You know, people on the outside, single people, will never understand that concept. Don't even worry about it. They gonna call y'all crazy, or they gonna say stuff like, "Oh, I couldn't be me." Like that's their favorite saying.
well, baby, that's why you're single.
You know what I'm saying? It's it's the same concept with men. You know, I get men talk to me about that all the time. They be like, "Man, ain't no way in the world I can allow my girl to say this or joke about this." I'm like, "All right, fam, that's why she do it behind your back." Like, like I don't know what else to tell you, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a part of being in a relationship. That's why you have single people and you have people in relationships, man. It's all a matter of where you at with your ego.
Last stop of the night train tonight, man. Let's talk about the Saints. They hired like 4 coaches from the Eagles. I saw somewhere where they saying we the Philadelphia Saints now. But most importantly, they got Doug Nussmeier. That's the father of Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah.
At LSU, starting quarterback at LSU. But when you think about that hire, what you would think about? He was the passing coach, passing coordinator for Philly. Another guy with Super Bowl experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we doing with our quarterback situation though, man. So
yeah, man. Listen, man. Like I said, as far as the organization goes, it's I've been preaching for a while now. It's time for a complete overhaul. I didn't have a problem with New Orleans, trying to have the win now mentality like a year or two, maybe 2 after Breeze left. I didn't have an issue with them trying to have the win now mentality because we still had a lot of pieces. We still had we still had, great defense, you know what I'm saying? Those type of things, but they were aging though, you know what I'm saying? So, but about 3 years after that, we should have been by now, been working on a rebuilding stage. And honestly, that includes Mickey Loomis, if you ask me, but that's a whole different story for, a whole different day. But I think, one of the main things that I would like to see is which I think we're doing is getting away from the Sean Payton era or that Sean Payton tree where, the coaching has just been trickled down from him to his assistants and, who he's close to, trying to keep that same mentality. It just doesn't work for the culture of the New Orleans Saints anymore. So, going in with a much younger hire, 35, which is crazy because, you start to think like, man, these guys are starting to be younger than me, So like, 35, and he's an offensive minded coach. I think that is the only way to go, in my personal opinion, in today's game. Well, I ain't gonna say today's game because you can still be defensive minded and do great. I just feel like, in how the game is moving and the direction is moving, you really need an offensive minded head coach at the helm in order to really be able to compete. This is not the old school game where defense win championships anymore. It's just if you don't have the scheme as well as the players to fit that scheme to put up points, you don't win in today's NFL. So I do feel like he was a settle hire, which I hate to say it that way, but after our first few options that we were interested in fell through, I feel like we didn't have any other choice but to settle on this option. Going forward, I would love to see how the team accepts him, with being this young and not being the first choice. But I do love the fact that he already has Super Bowl experience. He's never had head coaching experience. Speaking of Kellen Moore in this sense, but I'm actually not upset with the hire. I wouldn't mind giving him 2 years to try to work on building a new program, from the ground up. It's gonna be a heavy lift. The city, the team is in shambles at the moment, So now as far as Nussmeier, the hire, I do love the fact that he's there with him only because of the veteran leadership aspect. He's been around the game a long time, and I think you can tell from watching his son, he's well coached. You know what I'm saying? He's well coached, even though he does have a gunslinger mentality. And I know a lot of people don't like that about him, but he lives and die by his arm. And some of the choices that he has made has been professional choices, which I feel like he's going to be a great NFL quarterback. Down the line. Which I honestly feel like he's going to have a breakout season at LSU this year with him coming back. So,
Yeah.
so having that leadership, that veteran leadership with Nussmeier there, and he's familiar with the culture of New Orleans, with his son playing at LSU, it's actually a really good look in my opinion. But a lot remains to be seen. So we'll see.
Well, a few facts about Doug Nussmeier. He was actually drafted by the Saints, 1994. Played 4 seasons there, and he spent. When you think about why he was probably chosen, him and Kellen Moore spent time together in San Diego. Well, not San Diego, L.A. Chargers. So they was in L.A. together for that year, and then he went to Philly with him. This past season, got him a Super Bowl ring. So clearly there's a relationship there. And then when you look at even before that, he was the quarterbacks coach in Dallas when Kellen Moore was there. So this is their 4th stop together.
4 stop together, yeah.
And now he's the play caller. I don't know. You think Kellen Moore gonna give him the reins to?
No, absolutely not. No, I think as far as I think Kellen Moore is gonna really take the reins, kind of like Sean Payton did with the play calling. Now I do think as far as the passing game coordinator, I think he's gonna give a lot of power to Nussmeier in that role. But as far as the actual in-game play calling, I think is going to definitely fall on Kellen Morris. He's going to probably bear the weight of that. But I do think scheming is going to have a lot. Is going to be heavily influenced by Nussmeier's guidance. When it comes to that, when it comes to the passing game. But Kellen Morris, and which like I said, we don't know his rankings for the teams that he was on are not terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like he has a decent track record when it comes to his team rankings and rush games and passing games. And I don't know if that's attributed to the guidance that Nussmeier had over him or not. But from what it seems to be, it's not as if he's entering in with no experience when it comes to play calling. I think he bared the weight of that in Dallas as well as on this championship run in Philly. So I can't see why he would come to New Orleans and not, fulfill the same role, even though he did take on a head coach position.
Yeah, he also won a ring with Bama in 2012. He was the offensive coordinator and the quarterbacks coach there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, it's not a terrible hire. I think, I think it's kind of some mixed reviews only because, we always like to tie him in with Dallas, but that situation was a lot more than Kellen Moore. Like that situation was Dallas has been a shit show for a while. So you could have plugged anybody into that situation and they wouldn't have been. And he still, did some great things, there offensively. You know what I'm saying? They're just a team as a whole. Just the organization within itself needs a revamping kind of a lot. The same way the Saints does, So I'm excited. I'm actually excited to see he's young. He has time to develop, and I'm perfectly fine. We can't do any worse than what we have the last couple of seasons. So, and from what it seems to be, Derek Carr no longer wants to stay. I'm perfectly fine with moving forward with Spencer Rattler. I feel like he showed a lot of flashes of greatness there. I don't think he got a fair shot at it, throughout the last season especially. Everything was from behind with piece together teams, a lot of injuries, things of that nature, so I would love to see him get a fair shot with a coordinator that believes in him and a quarterback that believes in him as well, So I'm sorry, a coach that believes in him as well.
Yeah, when you look at I spoke to Megan in episode 2, and we kind of forget about Spencer Rattler because it's we gave Derek Carr that money, but I wouldn't mind if they parted ways with Derek Carr, get a few draft picks, and just start moving forward with Rattler. Man, he didn't get enough reps last year for us to say,
Right.
he's not the guy.
Yeah. Enough fair reps,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even in practice, he's not in there with the starters. But that's a wrap.
Okay.
That was the last stop on the night train. I stole that from you, by the way. You said that in
Man,
you,
for
you
sure,
said that
man.
you said that in
Ain't no
the-
ain't no such thing as stealing amongst brothers, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Just make sure everybody, man, y'all like and subscribe and comment. Check out the YouTube channel. Now we on Spotify. Now we on Apple Podcasts. So make sure y'all check that out if y'all in the gym, y'all wanna listen to the podcast. If y'all on the road, y'all wanna listen to the podcast. You ain't gotta watch us. Head on over Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and just take a listen. You got anything else for him?
That's all I got for him, man. You know what I'm saying? Be blessed. You know, much love to everyone. Peace and blessings to everybody, man. You know, appreciate y'all for riding on the night train with us tonight.
Most definitely, man. Check y'all on the next ride, man. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.